Ever heard of AISC certification? It's a big deal if you're into steel structures. Like, maybe you're even thinking about getting certified yourself.
Right.
It's something you really need to know about.
Absolutely.
Imagine
Yep.
you're about to drive over this massive bridge, right?
Yeah.
You want to be sure it was built right
Of course.
with the highest standards possible.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's where AISC certification comes in. It's that, I don't know, like a seal of quality assurance, but for the steel world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, think about the difference between a home-cooked meal and then one that you get at a Michelin-starred restaurant.
Oh, I like that.
They both can be good.
Yeah.
But that certification,
Right.
it kind of tells you you're at a whole other level
Like you know what you're doing.
of rigor and consistency.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
And we actually have some really great info today for A3 Assurance.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. They're a firm that helps businesses get this certification, and their website really grabbed my attention.
Oh, yeah. What'd they say?
They said, improve production by 30%.
Wow.
Now, that's a bold claim.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think they mean by production?
Well, in this context, right.
Yeah.
It probably means a few things.
Okay.
Like maybe speeding up how you make things.
Fabrication?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Maybe using materials better.
Efficiency.
Right. Or even all of the above, you know.
It could be a combination.
It probably is.
Yeah.
What I think is interesting is how that connects to the problems a lot of people in steel construction face.
Yeah, like what?
Like rework.
Ugh. Yeah.
Having to deal with materials being returned.
That's the worst.
Projects that go over budget.
Always happen.
Projects that aren't done on time.
Right. Time equals money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you improve quality, that can solve all of those problems.
So you're saying better quality, less rework. Okay, that makes sense.
It leads to better efficiency.
Which leads to
higher profits.
Music to my ears.
Right.
Right.
And it's really smart that they mention working with small to medium enterprises, or SMEs.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, it shows that they get it.
Get what?
They understand the issues that small businesses have.
Makes sense. Small businesses, tighter budgets.
Exactly.
Less room for error.
They're under a lot of pressure.
Totally.
And A3 Assurance knows that.
For sure.
And they have been in this field a long time, like 20 years.
Wow, that's a lot of experience.
They've seen it all.
Yeah, they probably know every pitfall.
And they know how to avoid them.
So they can guide businesses,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's a lot of knowledge to have on your side.
It's like having a mentor, but for your whole business.
Exactly.
Okay, and they mentioned lean manufacturing.
Oh, yeah, lean.
What is that? Is that like a buzzword or something?
Well, some people might think that.
Okay.
But it's really important.
Okay, so how does it apply to steel?
Well, lean is all about two things.
All right.
Minimizing waste.
Okay.
And always, always, always trying to improve.
So, like, always getting better.
Yes, continuously.
Okay, I get you.
Now, imagine that, but with steel.
Okay.
Streamlining how you cut and weld.
Gotcha.
Making sure every bit of material is used.
So nothing wasted.
Right. And then every weld has to be perfect.
Every one.
Every single one.
Wow, that's tough.
It's about constantly trying to be better.
I like that.
More efficient.
Working smarter, not harder.
Right.
I like it.
That's lean.
And that leads perfectly into their slogan.
What is it?
Reduce risk and make money.
Catchy.
They know how to get your attention, that's for sure.
It's true, yeah.
But what I appreciate is how they break it down.
Oh, yeah.
They tell you what they do,
okay.
how they do it, and why it matters.
That makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not just marketing fluff.
No, they back it up.
Exactly.
And they go into the how a bit more.
Okay, how?
50 key performance indicators.
50.
50.
That's a lot.
It's thorough.
They don't mess around.
They analyze everything.
That's intense.
It's not just one solution for everyone.
Tailor-made.
Right.
I like it.
And you know what's really important?
What's that?
Transformation.
Transformation, okay.
It's about changing how a company works.
From the ground up.
Yeah, so things run better.
Got it.
Less stress.
I like the sound of that.
Happier clients.
And hopefully more money.
Right.
Right?
So they're not just checking boxes.
No, they're making real change.
Exactly.
I'm sold.
Good, because there's more.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's dive into some specifics.
All right, hit me with your best shot.
From their website.
Lay it on me.
Okay, so one phrase, I don't know about you, but this one really jumped out at me.
Okay, what is it?
Fracture control plan.
Fracture control plan.
Sounds kind of intense, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, what are we even talking about there?
I was just thinking that. Like, what does that even mean?
It's all about, you know, making sure there's no risk.
Oh,
Imagine a bridge again.
okay, I'm imagining it.
Some parts of it, right?
Yeah.
If they break,
Yeah.
the whole thing goes down.
Oh, no. Right.
Bad news.
Those are called fracture critical members.
Fracture critical members.
Yeah, so a fracture control plan, it's like it tells you exactly what to do.
So no mistakes.
Right, from choosing the right materials.
Okay.
How to make them.
To how to inspect them.
Yeah, making sure they're as strong as possible.
So they don't fracture.
Exactly.
So you're preventing a total disaster.
I see. Yeah, very important.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's this little detail I saw.
Oh, what's that?
It says A325 TC bolts.
A325 TC bolts.
Very specific.
It is. Yeah. Why is that so important?
Well, it might seem small, but in this industry, things have to be standard.
Standardized.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So those bolts, the A325 TC bolts, they're a well-known standard.
Like everyone uses them.
Yeah, for bolted connections that have to be really strong.
Interesting.
So by saying that they use those specific bolts, A3 Assurance is making sure that everything's compatible.
Compatible.
Across all different projects.
So everything fits together.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
It makes construction easier.
Less room for error.
Exactly. It's all about those little details, right?
Yeah, they add up.
They make a big difference.
They do.
In the end, you get higher quality
and more reliable structures.
Exactly.
So even something as small as a bolt,
it matters,
can make or break a project.
That's why AISC certification is so important.
Right, because it looks at everything.
And you know what else they mention?
No, what else?
Storage and handling of critical weld consumables.
Storage and handling of critical weld consumables. Okay, now I'm lost. What are consumables?
So welding is obviously, like, super important.
Yeah, of course.
Right. And just like with those bolts.
Standardization.
Yes. Consistency is key.
Gotcha.
So consumables are like the things you use to weld.
Oh, like tools.
Kind of more like materials.
Oh.
Like electrodes and the stuff that melts and fills the gap.
Filler metal, right.
That's the one.
Okay, I'm with you.
But those things are sensitive, you know?
Oh, really?
They can be messed up by moisture.
Moisture?
Yeah, like if they get damp.
Oh, I see.
Temperature changes too.
Really?
Yeah, and even how you handle them.
It's that sensitive.
Yep.
Wow.
So you can imagine if you're not storing them properly,
Uh-oh.
things can go wrong.
Yeah, like what?
Well, let's just say a rusty electrode.
Rusty electrode.
Yeah, not good for a strong weld.
Makes sense. You want a clean weld.
Exactly.
No impurities.
Right, so it's not just about being organized. It's about, like, making sure the materials are good.
So they don't compromise the structure?
Exactly. It all affects the strength of the final thing you're building.
Right, and its safety.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So A3 Assurance gets that.
They get it.
They understand every step matters.
They're thorough.
Right, from when the materials show up to the final inspection.
The very end.
Every single step.
Wow. It's like a chain.
It is.
If one link breaks,
it all falls apart. It's quality all the way through.
I'm getting the picture.
Good.
It really makes you realize how much work goes into this stuff.
Right. It's impressive.
It is. You don't really think about it.
Yeah, you don't.
Until something goes wrong.
And hopefully that never happens.
Hopefully not.
But that's what AISC certification is for.
Right. Peace of mind.
Exactly.
Knowing that everything's done right.
They've got you covered.
Speaking of which, they keep mentioning getting AISC certified. What does that actually involve?
Well, it's a whole process.
Okay.
Think of it like this.
Right.
Baking a cake at home versus running a professional bakery.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Right. They're both making cakes.
Yeah.
But one is way more intense.
The professional bakery.
Exactly.
Okay.